Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Infield Chatter Podcast. I'm Tyler. With me is Eric Henderson. What's going on, Eric?
That's me. What's up, Tyler? What's up,
dude,
baseball?
What's up, everybody? It's almost All-Star time. We're on mid-season, so it's a good time in baseball land.
Yeah, today is July 4th.
Oh yeah, we are recording
Freedom
this
weekend.
on baseball's birthday.
The anniversary of Major League Baseball.
They don't talk about it, but they signed the declaration and then they went and played 9 innings together to celebrate.
So we the people of the United States play ball.
So yeah, they just announced all the all-star rosters not that long ago. We're gonna talk about that, and yeah, besides that, I have to personally get something off my chest here.
What is it?
I went to a Cubs game when the Guardians were in town, last one on a Sunday. It was like, I feel like I played this right. We got bleacher seats. I love sitting in the bleachers. You got to do it. Sophie had never been in the bleachers, and she was like, that was the best way to see a game. And I was like, that is correct. Rain delay.
It's a party.
We got there, like there was a rain delay, and we left like right when it was starting to slow down. So we got real close. I'm like, you can hear and see you're there on the field, basically. Anyway.
Okay. Always a rain delay when the Cubs play the Guardians.
Yeah, true. Ugh, tell me about it. But this time it was justified. Anyway,
Yeah.
So, before the game, they're throwing balls out to the fans. We're right by the Cubs bullpen. The pitcher visibly shook his head no at me. And I felt that when I was like, "Come on over here," and I'm all Guardians style.
I'm open. He's like,
I got my Bieber jersey on,
he's like, "You look 30, dude,"
and he's right. And so eventually, nothing. Our center fielder, Myles Straw, sees me. I give like a wave. Next inning, he's walking over with a ball. He points at me. He throws it directly at me, and I just watch it bounce off my hands off to the side.
Oh no.
And I'm gonna say I lost it in the lights because it was dark. It got up in the stadium lights. It's tough. The pressure,
Wasn't it a day game?
No, this was night. So we're at like 7-ish at night. It was bad. So I just want to say this is my personal, if Myles Straw sees this, this is the only Myles Straw, no one else listen, but I know how embarrassing that was, and I feel bad about it. And I hope I haven't stopped thinking about how I couldn't make a simple catch that you threw directly at me.
Yeah.
And that's my bad. So that was to you, Myles Straw.
You guys could have been boys for life, and you blew it.
I mean, it was also funny at some point I looked up and he's younger than me. So, it's another thing like, oh, there's that same cliche of like another 30-year-old who wants this time in the spotlight and can't handle it when it comes.
As soon as it happens, he's not ready. You only get one chance, dude.
It was bad. The rest of the game, I was getting heckled. Like people like, if he throws it to you again, make sure you catch it. It's like,
yeah, I'd have let you have it for the rest of the day. Old Butterfinger's down there in the second row.
It was I cannot stop playing it in my head of just like it was there, and then next thing I know, I'm like, where did it go? It was awful.
No, I've been in the bleachers sometimes when the ball comes off the bat and it's a home run, and you get so excited because you see it, and then it goes to like a different section over there. But just for that moment, you're like, oh man, it's my time.
And we were like prime, like if balls are coming out, it's gonna go right to there for home runs. So we were like fairly close, but
just above the basket.
Yeah, it was great. We had just watched Rookie of the Year right before, so we took a little notes from what it used to be to like then. The actor who played Henry Rowan-Gardner threw out there was like 8 people that threw out first pitches at this game as well. Connor Bedard, the Blackhawks first pick, got to throw one. Henry Rowan-Gardner was out there. It was, and then just a cavalcade of folks.
I have been at some games where they are like 3 or 4 first pitches and not just one. They're getting a little crazy with their first pitches these days.
No joke. There was like 7 or 8. So
yeah, it's probably like a Cameo where you can pay money and pay.
Oh yeah,
to throw a first pitch. I wonder if that's probably something. Probably like $700 you can throw a first pitch.
I'm gonna have to look into that. Redeem myself.
I'd like to just get the honor. I want to honor.
You know where it wouldn't be an honor if the A's are like trotting you out to throw out the first pitch. It's like they're forcing people to go out and do that. No one's like willingly
Right?
trying
Yeah,
to go
the
to an
A's are
Oakland
being all
A's
like, "Hey, you
game.
can throw out the first pitch," and then just let all 2,000 people that show up that day do it.
I picture like
That's
they're
all they
outside of
have.
like the local grocery store that's like, would you like to throw a first pitch out at the A's game? And
Right.
people are treating them with the same level of like Greenpeace, like, no, get away from
No,
me.
get
I have things
not
to do.
not registered to vote here. Sorry. That's what I tell them.
Yeah. That's awesome. Cool. So what else is going on?
What else we got? We're coming into the All-Star break. We got some action going on. We got some statistics. We can start talking about Shohei Ohtani
Might as well.
right off the bat. Might as well. He's going to be the MVP in both leagues this season, I think. He's got to go, and he's on pace to break or match Judge Aaron Judge's home run record from last season, which would be just phenomenal if he does that. So
Here,
that'll be the true Babe Ruth moment when he breaks the home run record and also sets some sort of strikeout record. That'll be some great Bambino shit right there. But
here's my question. Actually, this is like a technical question, I guess. But if
yeah,
he gets traded to an a National League team before the trade deadline, would he then be eligible to be the NL MVP, or would he still be AL
that's
MVP because he played most of the season there?
That's an excellent question that I do not know the answer to. I kind of said that earlier as some bullshit. I don't know if he can win an MVP in both leagues, but I've seen rumors of him going to the Mets, which could be that's the absolute worst place for him to go. The Mets are fucking terrible.
I mean,
Uh,
do they even have a chance to make it to the playoffs this season? At this point,
they
it seems like it just keeps getting
they're
sadder and
currently
sadder down at Citi
38.
Field.
They're 38 and 46 right now. They are 19 games behind first place.
Yeah, their only hope at this point is to hopefully somehow transfer into the NL Central, and then they'll be in contention. But
Right.
besides
If they
that, I
were,
don't think they have
yeah,
a chance.
they would be, let's see, what did we just say? 38 and
38,
46.
yeah.
Oh, they'd still be in fourth place in the NL Central.
Probably
So the
not 19 games behind though.
NL Central's getting a little bit better. The Reds are in first currently, 46 and 39. At least they have winning records in the NL Central. So that's really good. And that's still anybody's division except for the Cardinals for some reason. So even the Cubs are 7 games back, and I would bet that they got a better chance of pulling through than the Cardinals do.
Remember
Ten and a half games back.
we started this year by saying the Cardinals were going to win 100 games.
I thought they were going to the fucking World Series, man, and I hated to say that, but boy, I love seeing them at the bottom. I'm not gonna lie. I just don't know who's going to take the NL. The Diamondbacks are in first place in the West, 50 and 35 currently.
Yeah, I like Zach Gallen a lot. He's been like dominating whenever he's been pitching. He's been fun
I
to
don't
watch.
I don't know a single person's name on the Arizona Diamondbacks.
Oh, well, that's what's so funny about that is there's a few Diamondbacks that made it to like the starters for or maybe oh yeah, one Diamondback. Corbin Carroll made it to he's a starter for the National League for the MVP. That
No,
shows you
that's
how what a come up the
for the all.
Diamondbacks
You
have.
mean the All Star game?
Yeah,
You
what
do
did I
know
say?
that they have to include a player from every team,
Yeah, but that doesn't mean
even if they don't get the
they're voted
votes.
as a starter
Oh, okay. I don't know. I actually didn't really look at the All Star
because Cleveland doesn't have any
lineups.
starters, but
Right.
obviously
I
like
don't think
Zach
the
Gallen is
Cubs.
on the list as well.
I don't think the Cubs had anybody get voted into the All Star game except for maybe Stroman. I know he's a starter,
That's
but
incorrect. There's actually three players voted into
oh,
the. So you got
hit
Stroman.
hit me with him.
Okay, so I saw it at the game. It was Stroman, Justin Steele,
Nico Horner,
and DMB Swanson.
Dansby Swanson.
I feel like
That's
some of
all
these
right.
players just are like grandfathered in every year after a certain point. They're like, yeah, we know we're
Right,
gonna be putting Dansby Swanson in. We know like Jose Ramirez is clearly gonna be on it. He's not even a starter
right.
for the AL.
Like a textbook veteran.
I
So
mean,
Justin Steele's been having a phenomenal season. His ERA is pretty good. I don't have
just
it right in front of me.
yeah, he's been great. I mean, the Rangers have four starters for the AL to kind of put things in perspective for you.
The Rangers are hot. The Rangers got Aroldis Chapman in a trade the other day.
I know. I was just after Jose Ramirez had stolen home on him the other day. They were like, "We gotta get this guy out of here."
Justin
But then
Steele
he got to
current
go to a good team.
Justin Steele currently leads the entire Major League Baseball in ERA with 2.43.
Well, makes sense.
That makes sense why he's going to the All-Star game.
Um, yeah, it's gonna be a good
The
one.
Cubs have two pitchers in the top 10. Stroman's in was it the fucking ninth? His Stroman's ERA is 2.76. The Cubs have two pitchers at top 10 ERAs.
Well, when they trade one of them, they'll only have one. So
Hey, you
that's
watch your goddamn mouth right
hey,
there.
that's how math works, I think.
All right. That's okay. But yeah,
Shohei's
so
waiting in the home runs, as we
who's in
give.
the home run derby? Do we have anything on
So they
that?
know some of them. I don't think they've announced all of them yet. I remember a few players had kind of said openly that they didn't want to be in it. I forget which. I was listening to the Cubs broadcast the other day. I forget who on the team was like, "Yeah, I've got my swing back, so I definitely will not be doing the home run derby to ruin it."
Yeah,
So,
yeah. Pete
but
Alonso's back.
Pete Alonso's in it. Mookie Betts is in
Adley
it
Rushman, Mookie
from the
Betts,
Orioles. Yeah, they.
Randy Arozarena,
Mhm. I
and
mean,
Vladdy. Oh, Vladdy's probably gonna take it. I don't see Mookie Betts as a big home run derby guy. That'll be fun.
yeah. I think this will be one of those things where I hope they like last minute pull and they're like, we're gonna secret add Ellie De La Cruz to the home run
Yeah,
derby
yeah.
as like a
That
fun
would be
thing.
fucking cool. Yeah. Some moonshots.
Yeah, I hope. I mean, Cleveland has hit, like Jose Ramirez is usually in it. He's usually putting up a lot of home runs, but he's not having a great year with that. So I'd
Yeah.
appreciate if he stayed away from that just to not make it any worse for himself.
Yeah, some guys it really fucks up. So I can see like most of these guys. I mean, Rosarena's having a great season. So I don't know. I only halfway believe in that
Vlad
myth that
Guerrero is obvious juniors in it, obviously.
yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if the home run derby sparks him up for the rest of the season, gets him in a good groove.
True. I think it could be their Class A from the Cleveland. One of their pitchers is in the All-Star game as well.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna bet that Vladdy wins the of all the people that we currently know about. I'm gonna bet that Vladdy takes the home run derby.
Okay, Vladdy's take that. They don't have the
Putting it
lines out
down.
for it yet, I'm sure. What about AL versus NL? Who do you think's going to win this year?
I'm gonna go American League,
Oh,
just
okay.
based on how it usually goes. The stats don't lie. The NL usually doesn't win.
Is that true?
I think so.
Okay.
It
I
should
could
be.
Oh, you got it. Yeah, I mean, I think I mean, looking at the two, I think you have to
Oh,
have the AL win this year just because of Shohei, but maybe I'm wrong. What are you about
it's
to tell me?
47 and 43 and 2 is the split. So the
Okay, so it's
American League is 140. It's almost even, but the American League has 143 or 47, and the NL's 143, and there's been two ties.
they don't go into extra innings, no free baseball
Right?
if there's a tie.
Those got to be the only two ties in baseball history,
What's
I
the
think.
score for one of these games? Well, like what was last year's score for it? Because if before they did like flag football for the NFL, when they were doing like all-star games, the score would be just crazy. Like the over-under would be like 100 or something like that.
3-2 last year.
3-2. Okay, so they're pretty close games. I mean, I guess you got the best pitchers getting in for just an
Yeah.
inning. Like
5-2 the year before that. They didn't have one in 2020.
sounds like I'll be taking the under then on this game is what I'm hearing you say.
3-4 in 2019. 8-6 in 2018.
Still sounding like the under to me, but
2-1 in 2020 and 2017. Going back, we've gone back pretty far. 2016,
mhm,
best year ever. 2-4. American League won, even though the Cubs had most of the guys on the roster that year.
makes
Damn,
sense.
damn, they took it easy. Had to save
Well,
it for the show.
uh, so we'll see. I'm gonna go
Yeah,
AL just because of the
yeah.
those are my
I
boys on
would
that
I
team.
would
So
bet the American League and probably take the under just because of what's gone down.
yeah, pitchers have been great this year too. So I think there's not, if we're going like pitch clock, especially like, hey, what got affected more? I don't really think much. The games are shorter. That's cool. But also, I think pitchers have had a big advantage over batters in this year, especially with the pitch clock. So
I think it creates a mental edge that's more affects the batter than the pitcher, because you do see the instances where it's like where you see it real quick is when the batter goes down 0-2 real fast, they'll call a timeout. I've seen that as a trend because they're like, fuck, I've been here for 30 seconds. I got 2 strikes already.
Yeah.
I need a minute for myself.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen that move a lot. So I can see. I think in the mental game, it affects the hitter more than the pitcher at this stage because the pitcher is just throwing. By the middle of the season, they have it figured out. The batter still could potentially take it up and in, and then have to fucking step right back in and not get a moment to rest after nearly getting hit in the chin with it. And so the pitcher's not really dealing with that on that
Right.
side.
Right.
So
Dang. Oh, quick Aaron Judge watch. Still hurt. They don't know
still
when he's
hurt.
gonna come back. They says swing. I see in this article it says the swing looks great, but it's just his back right foot.
Yeah.
He's able to
No.
turn it, but there's no timeline for his return. So
Yeah, I got foot problems are bad. I just paid $500 for orthopedic insoles. I'm in my 30s, and so that still didn't totally fix my problem.
well,
So
no more field goal attempts for you,
I'll
unfortunately.
never kick another field goal again unless I'm wearing steel toe boots.
Dang, dude.
Yeah,
What a sad realization in every person's life when they no longer are
yeah.
eligible.
I turned 36 in 1 week, so I'm closing my field goal kicking career indefinitely.
Unreal. Uh,
So what
well,
a ride!
what
What a
a
ride!
what a time to be alive too.
My
Yeah,
longest ever was 40 yards.
and here we are.
You know, that's what I know.
Well, so we only have a few more games left before we go into break. Who do you think? We'll give a quick prediction post break. Who do you think is going to come out and have the best second half of the
The
season?
Oakland Athletics are going to sweep everybody. They're going to win every series for the rest of the season, and they're going to take the number 1 seed in the AL West. Uh, I'm kidding. I think the Angels may surge. The Angels have to surge. They have to surge. Otherwise, they're going to lose it all. I hope Trout's okay. Trout got hurt yesterday swinging.
Hmm.
The ball didn't hit him in the hand. I saw the replay of the ball. It was a foul ball, but he left the at bat because his hand hurt. And so something happened with his hand while he was swinging from the impact of the ball hitting the bat, which is not really a good sign. So I hope he's okay, but the Angels have to fucking get it together. Otherwise, they got to sell, dude. So Otani will probably get traded to the Rangers or the Astros. Wouldn't that be fun if he gets traded to the Astros
There's no way he's
for
going
the
to either
rest
of
of the
those
season?
teams. Not a chance. Yeah, I think yeah, we're right on teams that need to figure it out, like have a lot
Yeah.
invested.
And looking
Uh
at the standings, the Guardians are only 1 game out of first place. That's good news. I
Listen,
love it.
anything can
You
happen with the
know?
Guardians. I don't even know what to say. They're
Yeah.
gonna lose all three to the Braves this their series with the Braves, unfortunately, so it's not gonna matter. But
Right. The Braves are 9-1 in their last 10. I'm not a Braves guy. I hate the chop. You stop doing the chop, I might start rooting for you. But I'm not a Braves guy. I hate the culture that they've created in house.
mm,
And but they are very hot. They may be if I was, if I had no emotional stake in the game, I'd probably say that they're gonna win the World Series. It'd probably be Braves Rays. The Braves Rays World Series.
that's a good one.
The Bray Rays.
I could see that.
Uh
The
I would
Braves had more home runs in the month of June than the Guardians had all season. So that's
That's crazy.
a little fun tidbit.
Acuna could do he's on pace to do the 30 home runs, 35 stolen bases at the
Yeah,
break already, something like that.
I mean,
They're talking you're never going to touch Ricky's single season record. I think it's like 170 or something like that. But the stolen bases have increased with the new base size, and he's taking well advantage of it. So
yeah,
that's obviously generating runs
yeah,
and
I think
getting
they were
getting
saying
wins.
like the pitchers are just kind of like the most stolen bases this year, and they're kind of just not using the like pickoffs because they have two, so it doesn't even matter. It seems like
Right. No, it
not that it
does.
doesn't
That is
matter, but
yeah.
I
Yeah, that
definitely
is
noticed in games I've gone to they haven't used it as much.
I wonder who does the stat go against the defense when somebody gets a stolen base? Does they keep track of who gets stolen on? I think catchers do, right? Like
I
the
think it's the
catcher,
pitcher and the
they
catcher.
they do the pitcher and the catcher. These are stats I've never seen, but I'm sure they exist. So, but I'm sure at this point the pitchers are like, well, fuck me, right? You got
Yeah,
to
it's
get the
like
steal.
I don't see it immediately, but that's a good
Okay.
question. I'd love to know that. I'd love to know that, and I'd love to know the Shohei ALNL question and how the MVP kind of like sticks for that. So
Yeah.
that would be cool. Because what if
We
you
got some
bet
quick.
on him to be
Yeah.
like the AL MVP? He gets
And he
traded
wins
and then
that.
wins.
And he wins the. Yeah.
And yeah, I would love to know how
We're
that
gonna have to call.
works.
We got to call the commissioner. Commissioner, if you're listening,
Rob,
we have we
what are
have
you
some
up to?
question. We have some questions
Put down the
on
hot dog. Answer my question.
on this holiday weekend. Speaking of hot dogs,
Yeah, let's get out of here and talking hot dogs.
it's July 4th. It's the annual hot dog eating contest.
They are currently in lightning delay, unfortunately. I
A lightning delay for the
lightning
hot dog
delay
eating
at Coney
contest.
Island. Sad.
Wow.
But so last year I think it was 60 some. I should look it up. But he Joey Chestnut did 67 hot dogs, I think, last year. But
In 1 minute?
also
No, 10 minutes.
no,
It's 10 minutes.
that is my favorite. I do this for trivia. I ask like how many minutes do you get? If he ate 76 and 10 and for the contest, how much did he get? Last year he had 63. But yeah, people write like 5 minutes. It's like, you think a man can eat 76 hot dogs in 5 minutes? You must be out of your goddamn mind.
Right. They dip them in water, right?
They dip, well, the buns. The
Dip the
water
bun
doesn't
in
really do a
water
lot. But he got
for the hot
63
dog.
last year. He also like fought off a protester last year during the contest. I don't know if you've like seen this clip, but
Like fucking shoved them.
like chokehold
What?
throws him. It's insane. You should look it
While
up.
he's
It's
like
a
eating a hot dog?
yes, while he's doing the contest. So together here, I'll ask you, Eric. The over under is, I think it's 72 or 73. You think he goes over or under 72 hot dogs?
I think he's gonna go over because he's got something to prove.
I like that. I'm into it. His record's 76, so there's some wiggle room. He doesn't have to break the whole record. He just needs to get close to it and sniff it out a little bit.
I'm
So
sorry if this audio comes through. I'm trying to watch this video.
it's really
Can you
funny.
can you still hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I
I
mean,
just had to
and
mute
to
something.
describe it too, I'm pretty sure the activist is wearing like a Darth Vader mask, if I remember correctly, as
Yep, and
well.
then he shows up and he's got a thing. Oh, he goes full. Oh my god!
He like
It's like,
takes
get the
him
fuck
out.
out of here. He cost
Yeah.
him 7 or 8 hot dogs in that couple of seconds.
He exerts himself
Did
so
Joey
much.
Chestnut win this?
Of course he did.
Of course he did. He still won even after doing that. And last year he ate 63. You said?
I did.
Yeah. No, that I know it was only like 8 seconds long, but
You're
that cost
exerting a
him
lot of energy.
9 hot dogs in the time it took him to choke that man.
All right, so you're
I,
thinking over
I
72
would
is
take
what
the
you're saying?
over. Yeah.
All
What's
right.
63 plus 9? You figure it out.
That's for you at home.
Yeah.
It is funny, the activist thing. Here's what we'll get out of here on. So there's a minor league baseball team called the Macon Bacon, and of course
All right.
PETA has come out and been like, you guys need to change that name. You guys wouldn't be the Macon Asbestos, would you?
Nope, because it doesn't
Yeah.
rhyme.
Yeah, it's like there's a lot of things wrong with it. The rhyming,
Yeah.
absolutely, but yeah, no one wants to be like asbestos. But
I'm
also, if you
pro
were to
I'm
be making asbestos or like the Charlotte asbestos, I feel like, we could overlook it. It's minor league baseball. Who cares?
right. Like the Flint dirty water. What do you want from a baseball fucking team?
I mean,
I'm pro eating vegetables. But making bacon that's funny still. You can still say that. You can still have that be
yeah,
a name.
I agree. Well, cool.
But
Well, could
is there a I got a question for you.
yeah.
Is there a vegetarian hot dog eating contest?
No, but there might be. I don't know. I've never looked that up.
Let's start one next year. Somebody call PETA.
All right, all right. I think okay. Well, we got a plan.
This
Put it down.
Nathan's we can have impossible wieners, impossible dogs.
Calling it the Impossible Hot Dog Eating Contest
The
does make it
impossible
sound pretty
the
cool too.
impossible hot dog eating contest. Boy,
Yeah,
trademark that.
boom, put it down. This is our
Yes.
official document for the court.
Send us our checks. This is time stamped. It's July 4th, 2023.
Central Time, 11:37. Hell
The
yeah,
impossible hot dog eating contest is certified property of Tyler Ross and Eric Henderson Incorporated.
I love it. We're marking it down.
Yep.
Hell yeah. All right. Well, it's been a great time. Thanks for checking
Well,
it out.
I
Yeah.
got a
Oh, okay.
question
Fine.
for you
Sorry, my bad. I'm too
before we
soon.
go. Too soon. Yeah. It's how many hot dogs do you think you could eat in 10 minutes?
Honestly, I don't think I could eat too many. I've tried to. I was on a show one time where I had to like keep eating hot dogs because I kept breaking rules, and I think it was like 10 that I had, and it took
Mm-hmm.
me almost like an hour to get through 10 hot dogs.
210.
And I didn't have like all the water, and
Yeah.
I hadn't really prepped for it. But if I had 10 minutes to eat, I probably could do like four. I feel like four is
Right.
being like very, very like kind to me. How many do you think
Right.
you could
Very
eat in
honest.
10
I
minutes?
I I honestly was going to say four as well
Yeah.
because I was at a baseball game and it was a struggle to eat three in the course of 9 innings. So if I only had 10 minutes and it was a contest, I think my stomach's only got room to hold four, and then that's gonna suck for the rest of the day.
Well, and at the Cubs
So
game I went to, I got two right out the gate because I was like, I'm so hungry. I haven't
yeah,
eaten. We planned this. This is gonna be
two is like a
great.
good sandwich, you know.
And it took me. I was like really kind of fighting it to get down that second one, and I was like, wow, eyes are bigger than the stomach. Can't believe Joey Chestnut rips through these like it's candy. So
70, yeah. The idea of eating 70 has me lying down for a nap already.
it's just if you were to like show me a picture of all those and then like show my body next to it,
Yeah. I wonder what
doesn't make sense.
I wonder what the conditioning is. What do you do? Probably just eat
You eat like a
hot
bunch of
dogs.
cabbage and stuff like that before too, because that expands
Okay.
your stomach, is what I remember.
Load up on sauerkraut.
Well, and then yeah, and then they do like there's so many other food contests that they do. Like again, this is like a later you should but he can chug beers at like an insane rate as well,
Same
as you
guy,
can
Joey
imagine.
Chestnut.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Look it up.
So
Just Google Joey Chestnut food stuff.
this guy just is an American hero in the worst way.
It's just funny to think like at one point in your life you're like it clicks and you're like, well, I've trained, I've succeeded. This is who I am now.
It's nice to see people find their passion.
Yeah, true. That's true.
So,
Hell
well,
yeah.
all right. Well, that's all I had.
I love it. Great stuff. Thanks for stopping by and like, subscribe, do all the things you're supposed to do. And
Yeah.
until next time, have a great All-Star game.
Yeah, let's fucking crush some dingers.
See ya.